I had this experience and hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. For those who are watching me for the first time, my name is Esther, and today's video is going to be about why and how I started my modeling agency, ESTIA Models. And before jumping into this video, I would just like to explain you what ESTIA Models stands for. So it's a boutique modeling agency based in London, and we are mostly recruiting black models, and I'll explain later in this video the reason why. So why I chose to start a modeling agency is just because I was modeling myself since I was 14, 15, and I've been doing this for quite some time until I was 22 or 23 if I'm not mistaken, and it was a very fun time. I went to different shootings. I had a catwalk session in London, in Munich, Belgium, Germany. So I gained a lot of experience, and then I participated in a Miss pageant. I guess I'm probably gonna make a video about this as well, just to share my experience and my thoughts. And in general, I just gained a lot of experience within the industry, and I always wanted to do something behind the scene. And why I came to London, well, why I started the agency in London is just because of the diversity here. So I would have never thought that I would have the possibility to do it in Germany or in Belgium, just because the diversity isn't that present, which is in London, for example. Yeah, it was quite difficult for me to think about starting a company or agency over there, and that's the reason why I started it in London. What was difficult for me to be a model in Germany, Belgium, is just because I'm small, so smaller than the usual typical size a model needs to be, which is a minimum of 173. Depending on the agency you want to sign with, and also because of my skin color, which is a major issue. And this is why I thought, okay, Esther, once you get behind the scene of the fashion industry, the modeling industry, whatever, make something to be different and to put out difference over there. That's why I thought to myself, okay, when I start the agency, I'm definitely gonna do something for the black community. And yeah, that's why I started with ESTIA Models and started looking into black models that I would like to recruit. So yeah, this is why I started recruiting in London, because of the diversity and the different opportunities that the city is offering. So how I started the agency is simply by Googling
G O O O G L E Gulu
Googling what I need, Googling what I need to do. So I went on this website called Gov.uk, and there I literally went through. I had some ideas already what I need to do, but this website literally explains you everything you need to do when you set up a business. So first thing was what type of business I would like to have. So these are things that you just need to do some research. If you would like to be a sole trader, if you would like to have a limited company, or a shared partnership. So this really depends on what type of business you would like to create. I went for a limited company. I'm by myself, so I'm the director, and this is how I set up the business. The key of jumping into the modeling industry or the fashion industry in general is networking. So you need to be able to speak to people, to make cold callings, because this is how you get actually into contacts. This is how you get people to know what your brand is and what your brand stands for. And yeah, this is what I'm basically doing on a daily basis, trying to get people to know the agency. It's a quite difficult task because whenever people don't know you and they don't know people who know you, well, it's gonna be it's very tricky to actually get into contacts that are valuable. But it's always good to leave a footprint, so they know whenever they have like someone that they need, well, they're probably gonna come back to you and contact you. So how I decide what kind of models I would like to have is depending on what kind of industry I would like them to be in. So the fashion industry is very, 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 very vast. So you can be in catwalk, commercial, fashion. You can do plus size, child. So there are a lot of different sectors where you can do modeling, and this is how you should define how you select your models for your agency. So whenever you tell yourself, okay, I'm gonna do a fashion model agency, well, then you would like to have fashion models. So ESTIA Models is designed to do commercial and some type of fashion. So being a black model in the fashion industry isn't something that is very easy, and especially if you don't have a lot of self-confidence and you need to create self-confidence within the industry, it can be very dangerous. So I just felt the need of doing this kind of change and having an agency where you don't have to scroll down and only see like one black model. They just select like a few black models, and then when you go there and you present yourself, they are telling you, oh well, sorry, we already have someone like you. This is what happened to me actually. I remember that I went to an open call in Munich, and a modeling agency that rejected me because I'm not the type of models that they would like to have. And it actually, I mean, I felt very, very sad because it's something you don't really like to hear, and especially in an industry that is very, very, very competitive. And I feel like it took a little bit of my self-confidence, but I gained a lot of strength as well, and a lot of determination that whenever I want to do something, I'm gonna do it. And I feel that having this agency and having started with ESTIA Models gave me even more strength, because I now know that I am able to actually help those models who were in my position and weren't able to actually express themselves and really like show the people in those seats what they actually can do. So back to how I created the agency. I wanted something that represents the name ESTIA, and it's something Greek, so we created this. I have like this crown around EM for ESTIA Models. And then I started setting up my social media accounts, Instagram, Twitter, and I created a website with Wix. So furthermore, I started with my first shooting, my first ESTIA Models photo shooting, and I asked some models that were from Germany and Belgium, because I just didn't really know a lot of models in London. And this is also something that I shouldn't have done, because I'm just like to explain, I spent like so much money in creating and the beginning of the agency that I could have spent in something else, because I provided like transportation, accommodation, and these are like things that I could have avoided if I just had models from London and just made like a flyer to ask models who would like to participate in this shooting. So these are like things that I'm sharing with you guys, because I just felt like I spent so much money on those things that I could have just avoided basically. And I'm not saying that it was a bad decision of taking those specific people, but it was just not a smart and business decision, because the money came like didn't come like from Esther Models, came like from my personal account, like my monthly salary, you know what I mean? And I mean, it is what it is. It happened, and I now know better. I now know how I should organize myself and how I should organize future announcement related to my first shooting. After I've done this shooting, I used the pictures to announce my first casting in September 2018. Yes, in September 2018, I made the casting for ESTIA Models, and I had a lot of models coming literally from everywhere, from London, from Birmingham, Germany, Belgium. I was so happy. Honestly, I could have never imagined that the word would spread out so far. And it was a very, very nice casting. It was very good. I saw a lot of different talents. Maybe some that weren't like really for the modeling industry, because they were like really too shy, or just the height wasn't right, or the way they were speaking, the way they were talking, the way they were walking. So these are like the kind of things that I always pay attention to whenever I do a casting. And yeah, this is very generally the steps that I made in starting with ESTIA Models. I always have this kind of mantra. What kind of mantra do I have? Why am I losing words like this in Zambia? Okay, so I have this mantra: celebrate the small events in your life. This is so important. And yeah, I just found like this is a very good step for ESTIA Models, and I'm always aiming higher, obviously, but it's really just the time. I just want like to point out one of the most important parts that I've gone through with ESTIA Models, and parts that I just experience after, you know, like things that I should have thought about before. But sometimes it's just difficult to think about those things because I don't have like a mentor. I don't have someone who's guiding me. I'm learning really on the go. I'm learning on the go. So I think I'm gonna wrap up this video, and if you have any questions, don't hesitate to contact me, to leave a comment below. And thank you for all the people who have already like contacted me, even privately. I really love the positive vibes you're giving. And yeah, so thank you so much for watching, and see you in my next video. Bisous. Bye. Oh putain! Non.